Mic'd up.
From the PGA Tour, this week it's the Wyndham Championship from Sedgefield Country Club, Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm John Rager, your mic'd up PGA broadcaster and host of this episode called Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report, coming to you from our mic'd up studio in St. Augustine, Florida. Not only will we hear about the weather forecast, which always plays an integral part of the outcome, we'll also include some banter about some of the special things surrounding this event, including hole number 7, which has been transformed into Margaritaville. Hey, now it's time for Wild Bill Stereau from the Backyard Golf Association in Gainesville, Florida, for his take on this week's golf weather report from the Wyndham Championship.
Woohoo! Hello, Coach. Hello, everybody. I did just leave Paradise on the 7th hole. This tournament has 2 Margaritaville spots, John. 2. This might be my favorite tournament, John. I swear to God, Margaritas everywhere.
Before you get too far down the road here, in honor of that, I've broken out my Margaritaville captain's hat.
Sure.
And also I've got my Margaritaville beverage here, my Margaritaville glass of water. So looking forward to a great.
You got to catch up, John, and ante up your game and put a margarita in it. Here we go. All right.
All right.
There's a Margaritaville near the clubhouse, and just a small latitude away is hole number 7 with the newly added Paradise on 7 debuting this year for the Margaritaville Resorts. And I'll tell you personally, I've been to a Margaritaville Resorts, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's relaxed, a lot of fun, good room for your price. I mean, it was huge. We had a good time, own spot in the pool. It was absolutely awesome. I highly recommend it. So it's a tropical party out here, John. Margaritaville party. Woohoo! There's Margaritavilles everywhere. I actually think there are more margaritas than golf balls, and I'm on the range.
This is North Carolina. This isn't tropical South Florida they're playing this tournament at, and yet the Margaritaville's just kind of taken over this whole event.
It's 5 o'clock everywhere here, John. Now, let's get back on track. Welcome to the denim capital of the world, the borough, some may say Jeansboro, tournament town, and maybe even best known as Gate City. We are talking about Greensville, North Carolina, as Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report follows the PGA Tour as Sedgefield Country Club hosts the Wyndham Championship, the tournament known as the PGA Tour's most favorite fan-friendly event. And I concur. It's absolutely awesome here, John. There are margaritas everywhere. Now, the final leg of the regular season of the PGA Tour as players are hunting for those few remaining precious points in their final quest to make the cut so they can compete for the FedEx Cup, which starts next week. Now, first, we got to talk about some interesting facts about Greensboro, North Carolina. Believe it or not, we always have a believe it or not here, Greensboro, North Carolina is home of Vicks Vapor Rub. Believe it or not, invented in 1894 by pharmacist Lunsford Richardson at his Greensboro drugstore. He originally called it, you ready for this, Vicks Croup and Pneumonia Salve. Yeah, let's say that fast 5 times, right? And I would say that, it's menthol-based topical ointment grown into worldwide household remedy that we all slap on our kids today, right? Now, that's some successful snake oil there, John, right? I had that stuff on my chest. I remember that. Like cannons in your nostrils, right? Now, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Whatever you do, don't get that stuff on your fingers while you're trying to, enjoy your Margaritaville beverage, okay? Because, it doesn't go very well.
I heard it works well in your front of your golf club driver face. But don't tell anybody. All right. Greensboro, North Carolina is also the denim capital of the world. Mass denim production technique created by Moses and Caesar Cohen established Proximity Manufacturing Company in Greensboro in 1895, creating a specialized heavy-duty denim, production system that later made the city of Greensboro the denim capital of the world. And to give it some color, the local white oak plant, they were owned by the same people, believe it or not, developed the touchstone dye apparatus, a long chain dye process, revolutionizing indigo dyeing technology for blue denim, just like your blue jeans. Like, see that, right? Now, one of their best dye makers, could not read or write, yet he made a specialized secret dye from a recipe based solely on his taste. Every
Oh
morning
no.
he would do this. Right now, that's job security, John, don't you think?
Oh man, my goodness.
Now, this famous indigo dye was used in what famous brand of jeans, John? What is it?
You got me.
Levi and Strauss and Company with the golden handshake that happened in 1915. Cones Mill, another company owned by the same people, was granted exclusive rights to manufacture the proprietary shrink to fit denim that was used on the Levi's lot famous 501 jeans. It was a gentleman's agreement, famously sealed with a simple handshake, okay, rather than a massive legal contract that both companies honored for more than a century, John. That's more than
Wow.
100 years.
How about
Now,
that?
John, I was thinking, you and I here are actually working on a handshake deal here, okay? You and I shook hands on this, and I hope this goes for a century well, because that would make us the two oldest dudes in the world. And toast to that, buddy.
Okay, well here we go. There we go.
Margaritaville. All right.
Well, Bill, there's
Oh,
a possibility of that because with AI and digitizing everybody's life, we'll be digitized, and 100 years from now, you'll still be cranking
what
out the weather for the PGA Tour.
what we need to do is we need to sell the future rights of ourselves and monetize on it now.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's get back to the weather report. What's
All
what's
right, all right, all
happening
right.
up there?
All right, so now on to the Wyndham Championship. Founded in
All right.
1938 as the Greater Greensboro Open, the 87th Wyndham Championship is the seventh oldest event on the tour. Moved back to Sedgefield in 2008 to become one of only two regular season PGA Tour events to be contested on an originally designed course by Donald Ross.
Wow.
Believe it or
Yeah.
not, right? We were at the
Yeah.
other one. What was it? Last week, right? Or no, 2 weeks ago? I can't remember. The Wyndham Championship holds also a very rich history of Ryder Cup picks. Okay, and it sets the field as we enter for the playoffs of FedEx Cup next week. Okay, it is also the last chance for our players to gain those ever so valuable FedEx Cup points. Time's running out. Now let's talk about the course itself. Okay, Sedgefield's Country Club's best defense is acreage. Okay, now we think of courses as huge. Their course sits on 130 acres. That's not a lot by today's standards, but the course is 7,131 yards long, and yet only 25 of those 130 acres are maintained as fairway. Okay. Another 75 acres are covered simply by rough, creating a simple distinction, but with major consequences here. Okay. They got small fairways. They got to hit them. All right. So control is the name of the game at Sedgefield. Okay. Those who hit the fairways will have multiple low scoring opportunities. Those who miss the fairways will spend their weekend trying to recover from a 2.5 inch thick Bermuda grass rough, which is going to go every which way and another. And who knows what's going to happen. I understand there are 52 bunkers on the course. There's 6 water holes, but exiting from that rough, thick Bermuda grass is very unpredictable. Ready for this? I made a poem. All right. One ball
Oh
may
no.
fly, one ball may fly with a funk, while another ball may chunk. Hosels may be hot, or you may not have a shot. And the one ball that you do find is the one that you lost yesterday, which puts you in a bind. That's what Bermuda grass does. That's what Bermuda grass does.
Well,
All
Bill,
right.
you ought to submit that to remember the company called Accessories, and you buy all the sayings on calendars and all kinds of paraphernalia. Why don't you send that one in to see if it gets any
We'll
traction?
see if we get picked up there. I don't know. Somebody can make me an offer. I'm open to offers, as we talked about last time. All right. Now, as with any Donald Ross course, hitting the fairway is crucial. Okay. Position is important if you want to score low. If you're going to play from the Bermuda glass, you better bring your weed whacker of a golf club because it's going to be rough. They're just rolling off my tongue today. You like that? now for the weather, right? Heavy downpours or tropical systems soak the course and soften the greens, making greens
Really?
receptive.
Tropical?
Oh
You're
yeah.
having some
Well,
tropical
look where we're in
activity?
here. It's all the way up the East Coast. All right.
Oh
So
my goodness. Okay.
all right. So heavy storms and tropical systems soak the course and soften the greens, making the greens receptive and slowing down roll speeds. Obviously, there could be even standing water and tournament delays. So be prepared. Umbrella, John. Remember, don't forget your umbrella. All right. All
That's
right.
right. Yep, that's our saying.
However, heat and drought can stress the course out and course maintenance adjustments and significant player fatigue. Okay, so they're going to get tired, right? They're walking on wet grass. It's going to be hot and humid. The sun may come in and out. They may not be used to it. Now the wind, the wind's always my favorite. All right, this is the fun. This is where the fun begins. All right. Very tight tree line corridors. Okay, 20 to 30-mile wind gusts can affect club selection, even though they predict 6 mile an hour. Things can just all of a sudden gust up with a thunderstorm. Okay, selection and push shot sideways through the tree line fairways into that thick Bermuda rough. Remember, 75 acres of Bermuda rough. Okay. So this week's weather at Wyndham Championship is going to be based. We're going to base the course with a full Wednesday of rain. Okay, and thunderstorms going into Wednesday evening. Okay, so it's going to be wet already. Thunderstorms will continue overnight. They might break Thursday morning for some light fog. Okay, foggy morning. All right, as Dora would say. All right, the fog may dissipate by late morning with a little bit of sunshine just to welcome in the afternoon thunderstorms with a high of 84 degrees and wind around 6 miles an hour. Expect some gusts. All right, so balls may go every which way. All right. Friday starts with a foggy morning, glimpse of sunshine before the rain chances start around lunchtime with a 40% chance of thunderstorms, moving up to 50 by late afternoon with a high of 86 degrees. Okay. Wind is 7 miles an hour, continuing to soften the course, and the rain continues overnight. All right. To midnight. All right. Saturday, it appears that things may dry up a little bit with only a 30% chance of rain, and it looked like there might be some more sunshine than clouds in the afternoon with a high of 90 degrees. It's going to be hot, humid, winds around 5 miles an hour, but everything's going to be soft and receptive. All right. And that Bermuda grass is all green and thick and gnarly. And all right. Sunday championship looks like the rain's going to leave us with temps that are going to reach somewhere around 88 degrees, partly sunny skies, winds around 4 miles an hour. Now, things are going to dry up Sunday on a bit. However, the temperatures that I'm talking about aren't including the heat index, okay? So the heat index is going to be mid 90s to up to almost 100 all week long. It's going to feel much higher. All 4 days are going to be well into the upper mid 90s, and it's also going to be going on a bit of a troll on our players. Now, with that being said, I'm predicting that the course is going to be soft. The greens are going to be receptive, and those that mark and hit their targets are going to shoot some low scores. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. Those that miss the fairway and hit the Bermuda grass are going to be spending their weekend with the weed whackers whacking at their balls. Okay, now it's going to be brutal out there, John. There could be bleeding.
Hey, if they do that, they're going to be spending the weekend at home watching on TV.
Okay, it's going to be brutal out there. Okay, there could be bleeding. Okay, there could be loss of limb. Okay, there might even be a sacrifice to the FedEx Cup gods. All right.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
the days are numbered and the points are scarce. Okay, it's going to be a competition. It's going to be tough. The competitors are going to be fierce. Okay, my low score prediction for this year's Wyndham Championship, I'm predicting a 20 to a 22 under par, John. We shall see how it goes.
That's low, baby. That's low. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not predicting 2022. All right. Looks like our odds, the top picks are predicting that Cameron Young, Jackson Covian's coming in second, and Hideki Matsuyama, I hope I said that right, is in our top three. All right. And we shall see. See, the poetry just right off my lips, right? That's what a margarita will do to you. Now, with that being said, this is Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report, coming to you live remotely, as always, from Greensboro, North Carolina, the Sedgefield Country Club with the Wyndham Championship, and from the Backyard Golf Association in Florida. Wild Bill is signing out, okay? I'm heading out to Margaritaville's hole. I'm going back to the start, the Paradise on 7 again, and I'm going to work my way around, okay? This place is definitely the most hospitable fan tournaments on the tour. My favorite. I'm going to get the double fisted, John. Okay, that's 2 margaritas. Okay, a margarita in each hand. In case this hand runs out, I got another one in hand in case I drink one or the other, whatever. Don't call me in the morning, John. Woo-hoo! I'm ready to go.
All righty. Well, there you have it. You've been following and listening to Mic'd Up on the PGA Tour and featuring Wild Bill's Golf Weather Report. I'm your host, Mic'd Up PGA broadcaster, John Rager. Be sure to visit us everywhere online on social media at Wild Bill Chereau or at John Rager PJ. And remember this, everybody, in case it rains, always carry an umbrella. We're signing out from hole number 7 at the Sedgefield Country Club in Greensboro, North Carolina, Wyndham Championship. See you next week.